We are thrilled here in November of 2022 to be inducting the class of 2021 into our Athletics Hall of Fame. I'm John Phillips. I'm the Director of Athletics here. I've been the AD since 2014, but I've been a full-time employee here at the university since 1997. So thrilled to have been here during the tenure of all of our inductees here tonight, and thrilled to have them back on campus and recognize them for all their fantastic accomplishments. Before we move into our program and have our meal, I do want to invite our head track and field and cross country coach, Mike Rossolino, to come forward and deliver our invocation. Please welcome Coach Rossolino.
We gathered tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of 6 people. We gathered tonight to celebrate everything that they did, both academically, athletically, as people, and the greatness that they had. As we gather today, let's just pause and we give thanks. No matter what faith experience you come from, I invite you to join us in giving thanks. And at the end, I will kind of end with, let all God's people, and if you agree with anything I said, just say amen. All right, so let us give thanks. We give thanks today for all the great gifts that you have bestowed upon us. We give thanks for all the people in this room, especially for our 6 inductees who gave so much to this university in the classroom, on the athletic fields, and in inspiring others around them. We give thanks for those who helped them through this process, parents, friends, teammates, coaches, mentors, professors, staff people who assisted along in this journey. We thank you for the great inspiration they continue to provide to future generations, to our current athletes, and to the people that they surround themselves with. We give thanks for people who are able to come tonight to join us. We ask continued blessings upon everyone in this room. Continue to bless the efforts that they put forth. Continue to bless their work. Continue to bless their inspiration to those around them. And let all God's people say, amen.
Thank you very much, Coach. And we're going to have our meal right now, and want to say thanks to our great staff from Sodexo who are going to be assisting us with that tonight. So the meal has been prepared and will be coming out shortly. And once we finish up dinner, we'll come back with our program here in just a little bit. So again, congratulations to our inductees. Welcome to their families who are here with us. And we'll have our meal here momentarily and back in just a little bit. Thank you. Again, welcome and congratulations to all of our Hall of Fame inductees that are part of the class of 2021. Thrilled to have you back on campus and to celebrate some of your successes and share some stories and history and statistics and some of the great things that you accomplished here, both on the playing field and also in the classroom as well. I want to take a quick minute to introduce a very special guest here tonight and really want to say thanks for his support. Our university president, Dr. Barry Butler, and his wife, Audrey, are with us tonight. Dr. Butler, thank you for all you do for Embry-Riddle and for our student athletes. This is a really busy weekend with homecoming, the 50th anniversary of our Air Force ROTC Detachment 157. They have a banquet tonight, numerous other events, but for the president to take time and be with us tonight, really special and really an honor to have him and Audrey with us. So want to thank them for their support. Also want to thank our Hall of Fame selection committee members. I'm going to read through this list here, and several of them are in the room and some could not be here, but starting in alphabetical order, our senior woman administrator, she is here, Mia Phelps-Darley. Thank you for your work on the committee, Mia. Steve Master is a professor in the College of Arts and Sciences, could not be with us tonight. Ken Perry, traveling on university business, is our admissions liaison, also serves on the committee. Austin Quinn, a former student athlete, works over at NASCAR. Erica Schellenberger was our student athlete representative. She's a women's golfer. Our Director of Sports Information, Allison Smalling, is here somewhere. Not here tonight. All right, Allison was a integral role in this. Bill Thompson was here for a few minutes. He is emceeing the Detachment 157 50th anniversary for Air Force ROTC. Had to sneak out. Karen Williams, part of our financial aid staff, is on the committee. Dr. Matt Wilson, who is on our staff. And then the final member is Mary Ellen Wynn, who is in the back there. Mary Ellen, thank you for your work. Appreciate all that you do for us. It's a great time to be back on campus. Those of you who are here as Hall of Fame inductees probably maybe haven't been on campus in a little while, and to see the great growth and the things that are going on our campus, it's just a wonderful time here at Embry-Riddle. Enrollment just shy of about 8,000 students. We have opened 3 new dormitories in about the last 5 years or so. A beautiful new student union that's just opened within the last 5 years or so. A fitness center, pool. The university is doing incredibly well thanks to Dr. Butler's leadership, our board of trustees, and the university administration. We are in a really, really good place. Our graduates continue to get job placement in record numbers. Accolades from great institutions like U.S. News and World Report and other organizations that rate colleges and universities around the country and around the world. Embry-Riddle continues to achieve at a very, very high level. Those of you that have graduated, your degree is getting more and more valuable in time. And those of you that are student athletes, I know we have several of them here tonight, all the great work that's going in to build the brand of Embry-Riddle today is going to make your degree when you finish here even that much more valuable. It's a wonderful time to be an Embry-Riddle Eagle. As an athletic department, we've made the move to Division II back in 2017, and that's been a fantastic move for us. Sunshine State Conference is one of the best, if not the best, Division II conferences in the country. There's no question about that. Out of 23 conferences around the country, the Sunshine State Conference continues to win national championships year after year. We finish in the top 1 or 2 academically amongst all other schools or all other conferences. And again, the values and things that we believe in at Embry-Riddle, the Sunshine State Conference believes in as well. That's a great student and a great athlete. And tonight we're here to celebrate some of the best of the best. I do want to share a little bit of data with you. Last year, we won 6 conference championships. We sent 8 teams to NCAA tournaments. And we also continue to achieve in the classroom a 3.298 overall student-athlete GPA last spring. Approximately 430 student-athletes last spring during the spring semester. 111 of them earned a perfect 4.0. And 76%, 327, had at least a 3.0 GPA. And all 20 teams, every single team, had a team GPA over 3.0. So the student, person, player concept and the student-athlete model at Embry-Riddle continues to be at a really, really high level. And we're going to hear some about the best of those tonight who have achieved at a high level as students and continue to do so life after Embry-Riddle. So our first inductee in this year's Hall of Fame class, these are in alphabetical order, is seated right down here in front, and it's Nicole Bonk. Nicole started out as a member of the women's soccer team, actually, when she first got to Embry-Riddle, and made the switch to cross country and track and field in the spring of 2010. It turned out to be a pretty good decision. Prior to Embry-Riddle, I don't think she had ever competed in race walking, but the story goes that she wanted to try to go and learn how to be a race walker and asked Coach Hopfe if he would help her if she got to a certain talent level and a certain time. And I think ultimately, as you'll hear, she really got there quite well. In her first season, she won the gold at the conference championship, qualified for both indoor and outdoor national championships. In 2012, she won the national championship in the 3,000 meters indoors and followed that up with another national title in the 5,000 at the outdoor national championship. The following year, she set the NAIA and collegiate race walk record on the way to her 3rd national championship. Ultimately, she qualified for the U.S. Olympic trials in the 20,000 meter race walk and represented the United States at the 2012 North America, Central American, and Caribbean Islands Under-23 Championships, bringing home a bronze medal for the United States. She graduated with a degree in unmanned aircraft systems, and she is currently the head of flight testing at Skydio in Redwood City, California.
I remember when we first started race walking, you came to me in the weight room and said, "Coach, I can race walk. Need a little strut thing going across the floor." And he came back to me and said, well, what do you think? And I said, pretty good, but I don't coach the race walk. You know Nicole, she doesn't take no for an answer. For 2.5 months, she hounded me, 2.5 months, I said no. After she finally came up to me and said, Coach, if I can go up to the track and race walk 3,000 meters on the track and qualify for nationals, will you coach me? And I'm sitting there saying, here's my out. And I said, well, Nicole, if you do that, I'll do that. And she went up, qualified for nationals. I became a race walk coach. The results after that were miraculous. She stepped on the indoor track for the first time ever, 3,000 meters at nationals. She won, broke the national record. Outdoors, 5,000 meters, her junior year, same thing. She won, broke the national record. And when it came to our senior year, she went to the 3,000 meters. She also won, broke her own national record. 2012 just happened to be the Olympic year. She set her sights on a 20,000 meter race walk, so it's 4 times further than she ever walked before. And not only she qualified, but she set our school record when she did it. It was pretty cool watching her wear the Embry-Riddle colors as she was the youngest one in the field when she did it.
I could not be more thrilled to help welcome my dear friend and teammate Nicole Bonk into the Embry-Riddle Hall of Fame. To have a captain like Nicole who kept workouts fun, positive, and professional. That's what this award is all about. In addition to her individual success, Nicole was a fantastic teammate. I was blessed to be able to pass the baton to her in the 4x800 relay where we brought home an All-American finish. Nicole is the definition of a role model, a leader, and a motivator. She continues to motivate me every day in her evolving career, and I look so forward to seeing what she does in the future.
Thank you for making me push my horizons as far as the coach goes. And I'd like to be the first one to congratulate you to be inducted into the Embry-Riddle Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nicole Bonk.
Wow, what an honor. Whew. Okay. I'm gonna try not to cry. Whew. All right. Track and field. Since I was a little girl, this sport has brought me nothing but joy. To this day, I still remember my mom and my grandma sitting in the car and next to my middle school track watching me run in circles. Woo! Since then, running has literally defined my life in one way or another. It's my calm when other things in my life may be storms. It's my meditation when life may literally seem unmanageable. And it's also my mental reset every single day. This sport has brought me to this university as well, which has been nothing short of monumental in shaping my life, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. When I look back on my collegiate career, I can't help but be so thankful. If someone walked up to me one day and told me I would be a 3-time national champion race walker, I would say, A, what is race walking? And B, there's no freaking way. As funny as race walking may look, this race and Embry-Riddle track and field has shaped my life. I will admit, when I first walked on campus as a freshman, I had no idea how to reach my full potential, and it wasn't until sophomore year that it finally clicked. All of a sudden, I started to notice something. These workouts, these runs, these time trials, they were all part of a bigger vision, which was to make us the greatest student, person, player we could possibly be. And behind all of that was a humongous support pillar, my coaches. When Coach Hoffey would make me make me do 6:30 mile repeats for race walking, I legitimately thought he was crazy. I was like, how can a race walker walk 6:30 mile repeats? But once that bigger vision hit, I knew that I had these workouts for a reason. The reason was because he believed in me. And the only thing that was holding me back was myself. From there, once I put my mind and heart into the sport and the trust of my coaches, nothing was stopping me. When I think back to how much this university and athletic program has made a difference in my life, I can wholeheartedly say I would not be here without it. It's taught me that you are your own destiny, and the only thing that can get in your way is yourself. No one defines your destiny for you. You pave that path each and every day in your life. Whether that's pushing yourself on the last 1 mile repeat when you legitimately think your legs are gonna give out, or whether that's working 10-hour days to get a new drone product out the door for your company. Athletics teaches you to be mentally prepared for absolutely anything. It teaches you how to be the best person you can be for yourself, for your team, and I carry that sense of mentality and teamwork every single day. I push my direct reports, just how my coaches pushed me to my full potential. I support my team when they feel overloaded and need an extra hand. And most of all, I never, ever give up. In the end, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and specifically the athletic department, I have you to thank for this. I want to first thank Coach Haffey. You taught me that anything is possible and helped me break barriers I never knew I could break. Thank you to my brother. You've always been there for me. And thank you to my number one supporters, my parents. Whew. Lastly, thank you to Embry-Riddle Athletic Program. You guys truly have something amazing and super special here, and I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be honored here in the 2021 Hall of Fame.
Our next inductee tonight is Liam Goodall. Liam came to Embry-Riddle in the fall of 2012 looking for a place to get an engineering degree and play a little baseball. 4 years later, he left Daytona Beach as one of the best position players in the history of our program. He holds 5 career records and is ranked in the top 10 of 11 other categories at the time of his induction to the Hall of Fame. He holds the program record for games played, 234, starts, 233. Not sure why you left him out of the lineup one time, Randy. At-bats, 869. Multi-hit games with 80 and hits with 294. He led the Eagles to 2 regular season titles, 2 tournament championships, 2 trips to the NAIA World Series where we finished in the national semifinals both times. He was an honorable mention All-American in 2015, a 2-time first-team All-Conference outfielder, and a Sun Conference All-Tournament team selection in 2013. In the classroom, just as good as he was on the field. A 2-time academic All-American, an NAIA Scholar Athlete, and an academic All-Conference selection. Liam graduated magna cum laude in 2016 with a 3.84 GPA in civil engineering. Let's watch the video about Liam Goodall, and then we'll have Liam come to the stage.
Player I've coached, my favorite player of all time. There was nothing Liam couldn't do. The great thing about Liam, he's a self-made player, not great natural ability, worked his way into becoming one of the most decorated athletes, not only in baseball, but in the entire athletic community we have here. Off the field, great student. Liam is the type of player that is it's like once in a lifetime type of player to coach. So that's when he left here in 2016. That was a hard day for us because I knew it would be a long time, if ever, if I coached another player like him. We appreciate everything Liam and his family have done for us. We have Garrett here now, so we're obviously going to miss the Goodall family. But I could talk all day about Liam. The biggest thing that I could say to him, I think is the biggest compliment, is that, coming from virtually just an afterthought as a favor for a guy we knew in British Columbia to one of the greatest players has ever put on a uniform here at Embry-Riddle in any sport. It's a major compliment to you and what you did and how hard you worked. So congratulations, it's well deserved.
Liam was a quiet, fierce competitor, a guy who worked himself into becoming the player that he ended his career on. Arguably one of the most decorated position players of all time. I was fortunate enough to coach him in the outfield. There was nothing that needed to be done. He worked all on his own, got him to where he needed to be in the classroom. He was unbelievable, 4.0 student in engineering, and just a great person overall with a great family. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. You deserve every bit of it.
Please welcome to the stage, Liam Goodall.
Hello, everyone. So before I get going, I've had some people come up to me before this and tell me they're looking forward to hear me do this speech. And it's not directly told to me, but there was a bit of an implication that they think I'd struggle with this. So I don't want to let those people down. So if you hear me stumbling and stuttering through this, I'm doing this on purpose to make sure I don't let those people down. When I first found out that Embry-Riddle was my next step, I had zero clue what to expect. I mean, I'd been to the U.S. before, but I hadn't ever been to the state of Florida before. So new school, no idea what I was getting into. First thing I remember is walking off the airplane at the Orlando airport and just getting hit with the wall of humidity that is in Florida that I know people live here are used to, but it was a shock to me. I also remember my first meeting with Coach Randy Stiegel. I remember my first week before any baseball stuff started. I was walking around campus during orientation with my parents, and we were like, "Oh, let's go meet your new coaches." Sure, what the heck? So we go over meet Coach Randy, and I just kind of remember the underwhelmed look on his face when he saw the 6'3", 100, maybe 170-pound Canadian outfielder he recruited through video. But joking aside, though, him and the rest of my teammates and the rest of the coaching staff very quickly took me in his family, which was awesome. The preceding 4 years were loaded with so many memories. I'm sure if I listed all of them, it would take all night, so I'll just nitpick a few. The Lewiston trips need to be at the top of the list. Obviously, not everybody's been to that, but just having thousands of people come watch you play and having kids mob you for autographs is not something I envisioned when I signed up to be an NAIA baseball player. So I'll remember those moments forever. Also just, spending time with my teammates, us sweeping weekends and going out to celebrate after. Those are all moments that we'll all cherish for the rest of our lives. I remember the grind as well, the things that players now may not think are the glorious moments, the early morning lifting, the conditioning weeks, the late nights of assignments, obviously in the time we had to gut through it, but looking back, it contributes just as much to the positive experience that I got out of this program. I'm deeply honored to join such a distinguished group of athletes from such a great program such as Embry-Riddle. Some of the memories, the list of people I want to thank is pretty limitless, so I'll try and limit myself. First off, I'd like to thank my mom and dad who are here. Without their constant emotional and financial support, my career would not have happened. So, ever since I was a little kid, you guys have been here for me from day one, so thank you. It wouldn't have been possible without you guys. Secondly, I'd like to thank the coaching staff, a few of whom are in attendance. Coach Randy, Chuck, Dave Thurno, a few aren't here, like Robert Clayton, Jeff Lemon, and all the other grad assistants that have helped me. First off, thank you for giving me an opportunity when, nobody else is returning my phone calls. And thank you for, the constant support of helping me get through, and getting me to where I was. So I appreciate that every day. And last but not least, only one of us in attendance, but I'd like to thank my teammates who's really made the experience what it was. I mean, just going out and being able to battle with all you guys was really amazing. Just in their friendship and generosity made this experience really what it was. So I know I'm up here, I'm up here the one that's accepting this, but it's all these people that helped me. It's just as much as you as it is me. So thank you for that. So that's all I got.
Our next inductee is not able to be with us tonight as his wife is expecting a baby over in Europe where they live. But let's take a few minutes to recognize one of our greatest. All right, he's just the greatest. Sometimes you can't say that. He is the greatest tennis player to ever play here. Maybe the greatest in the history of the NAIA. I'll tell you a little bit about Mislav Hizak. 2005 to 2008. He joined us in the spring of 2005. By the end of his first season, he was ranked 5th in the country in the national singles poll. By the end of the fall of 2005, he showed why 5th was not a place he was going to be happy with. He won the regional tournament that year. He became the first Embry-Riddle student athlete to win an individual national championship as he brought home the NAIA singles crown. And he went on to win what they call the ITA Super Bowl, which means he beat the individual singles champion from Division II, Division III, and junior college as well. He then went on to play as a wild card entry into the Division I round, and he won two matches there, advanced into the round of 16 at the Division I level. Just an unbelievable player for us individually and as a teammate as well. In the spring of 2006, he moved into the number 1 spot in the rankings in the NAIA, and he never left that spot for the rest of his career. He graduated with 3 national singles titles and also a doubles national championship. Overall record, 107 wins and 6 losses. 93 and 15 in doubles, a 4-time All-American, a 3-time Conference and Regional Player of the Year, and also a 2-time Dr. Leroy Walker National Sportsmanship Award winner from the NAIA. He was a 3-time ESPN The Magazine Academic All-American, and he's already been inducted into the NAIA Hall of Fame back in 2015. Let's watch a video, learn a little bit more about Mislav, and then we also have a video that he recorded to give his acceptance speech. We'll watch that video as well.
Well, to talk about Mislav Hizak and his impact on the Embry-Riddle tennis program, I'm not sure I have all the words that I need to describe it. I mean, to qualify for the ITA National Division I indoors, go up there and beat the number 1 player in the country in Division I, that put us on the map. Everybody's like, well, wait, what's this Embry-Riddle? And just his impact also in recruiting. I mean, then there was other guys who wanted to come and play with him. And we even had teams that would come all the way across the country, California teams, just so that their number 1 player could get a chance to play against him. I'd say, though, the biggest impact was, the guy came every day to practice, very focused, very determined. He just never had a bad day of practice, and it just made our team better. I mean, when your best player is also maybe your hardest worker, it just makes for a magical team environment. Another thing is that his loyalty. I mean, after he beat the Division I player, the number 1 player, a lot of schools were contacting him and me to go there. I mean, UCLA was interested, Florida was interested, and he decided to stay here.
Hi Mitzi, I think I speak on behalf of all our team at Embry-Riddle when I say that you were not only the very best tennis player, but you also worked the hardest to stay at the top of the game. Off the court, you were an amazing friend to all of us, you were an outstanding person, and you consistently represented the values of a true champion of character. For all these reasons, we want to say thank you, and we send you a big congrats on achieving such a special recognition as being inducted to the Hall of Fame.
For me, it was a privilege to be his coach. I'm very proud of him, and he deserves this. I mean, what an award. And Mislav, congratulations. Welcome to the Embry-Riddle Athletics Hall of Fame, a well-deserved award.
Hello everyone, dear colleagues, friends, professors, all the guests and coaches. I wish I could be there with you in that room at the dinner at this ceremony and event. Unfortunately, it was not possible this time, but I really hope that I could come soon to the university. Thank you for this. Thank you for inviting me and accepting me into the Hall of Fame. It means a lot. It means it brings the best memories that I had from the youth, from 18 years ago when I first stepped on the university grounds. But very short. The best memories come from the people and from that family effect that I had there throughout these 4 years. Coming from Croatia, my family was never there, so I had to have family in you, in my coach, David Pascal, who I established amazing relationship, and in Coach Ritter and all the athletic staff that was supporting and being there, motivating with passion, and all the speeches on the banquet. It still gives me the chills today to hear his voice, and today the influence that he and everybody had. It's who I am today. But anyways, thank you for this. Thank you for my best friends and roommates, I have to say, and for everybody that I care and that I share and I keep in these memories. Something special to take out of this is definitely all the moments on the tennis court that we had, but also in the classrooms. My mentors and professors, they were a huge and big influence for me, and I established amazing relationship with them as well. Thank you again. You know who you are. I'm gonna forget, but I cannot go name by name. Moments on the court, off the court, again, beautiful. Just the best thing what I can have today, and the way I want to lead my life, raise my kids and children, and that's what I'm hoping for. Again, one regret: I didn't have the fourth individual championship to play. But aside to that, really I'm blessed, and I'm really grateful to be part of the Embry-Riddle and our Eagle family. Bye. Kisses from France.
Yeah, just a phenomenal student athlete, and a great representative of our institution. Mislav Hizak. Look forward to having him back on campus and seeing him in person and recognizing him at a future Hall of Fame induction in person when he can join us. Our fourth inductee tonight is another baseball player, and it's Stetson Nelson. Leesburg, Florida native Stetson Nelson came to Embry-Riddle in the fall of 2012 and left as one of the most decorated pitchers in the history of our program. During his 3 seasons at Embry-Riddle, he earned 28 victories. He threw 11 complete games and had 5 shutouts. And if you're a baseball fan, these numbers will make really good sense to you. A career ERA of 1.97, and he had 278 strikeouts. His 361 innings ranked second all-time in program history, despite only pitching for 3 seasons. He led the Eagles to 2 regular season titles, 2 tournament championships, and 2 trips to the NAIA World Series. Was an honorable mention All-American in 2013 and a member of the 2015 World Series All-Tournament team. Also excelled in the classroom, earning academic All-America honors in both 2014 and 15, a 2-time NAIA Scholar Athlete, and a 2-time academic All-Sun Conference awardee. Graduated cum laude in the fall of 2016 with a 3.6 GPA and a degree in Homeland Security. Let's watch the video and learn a little bit more about Stetson Nelson.
I was fortunate enough to coach Stetson before he came to Embry-Riddle, and kind of got a taste of what he was as a player, obviously, in the makeup. But bringing Stetson in was a huge change to our program and our culture. He made an immediate impact. Obviously, the work ethic on the field. Possibly one of the biggest, quietest competitors I've ever been fortunate enough to coach. One of the statistics that come to mind for me is we won over 70% of the games he played in. So I think that speaks volumes. Guys love to play with him, play behind him. And what a great example of everything that Embry-Riddle is about.
I guess the best way to explain him as a person is, if my son grew up to be like Stetson, I'd be very happy with that. On the field, maybe arguably the best competitor I've ever coached. High-level competitor, never complained, never injured, always wanted the ball in the big spots. He's the example of what Coach Ritter talks about in the student person player. He's got to be up there in the conversation with some of the greatest of all time on his on-field accomplishments, along with his off-the-field grades and academics. But congratulations, Stetson. It's well-deserved. It's just a matter of time for you to get in.
There's no doubt we would have never been the team we would have been for 3 years not having Stetson. So congrats, Stetson. You deserve it, and welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Stetson Nelson.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing tonight? Man, what a treat it is to be back here on campus. It's been a while. To see the growth here, it's incredible. For me, just as, student athlete previously, to come back and see the growth of the campus, the new student union, all the growth here, and to have been a part of that is just what a tremendous honor it is to be recognized like this. Couldn't have been here, done any of this without all the staff here on the scholastic side, athletic side, all my coaches, family, friends. I really want to thank my parents. They're here. My mom and my stepdad. Fortunately, my dad and my stepmom couldn't make it, but they just played a very integral role as well. Like they say, it takes a village. Just from T-ball days all the way to travel ball. Excuse me. Just the journey, lots of ups and downs. My parents never let me quit. I wanted to quit a lot of times growing up, just getting kind of burnt out, playing year-round baseball. But they never let me quit, and they instilled that in me, that no-quit attitude, that bulldog mentality. As Coach Thurner was saying, how I got here, I was playing summer ball for him. I was kind of in between, looking for a place to play. I was at a previous school, didn't go the way I wanted, so I was looking for a place to play. And Thurner was like, "Hey man, come on, check out Embry-Riddle." And I was like, "Embry-Riddle? Where's that?" I never heard of it, even though I'm from Florida. And so he brought me over, and I just fell in love with the place. And he was like, "Hey, you do your stuff, you make your grades, and you work hard, you'll have a chance to play." And he didn't make me any guarantees. He said you got to earn it. And so I took that to heart. And all the older guys that were here, like Kevin Maloney's, Chad Madomos, the older guys, they really kind of took me in and showed me what it was to be an Embry-Riddle Eagle and to live up to the core values of being a student person player. And having their guidance along with the support of my coaches and all the staff here just really let me blossom into the career that I had and was able to achieve here. And I couldn't have done it without all my great teammates as well. You know, baseball is a team sport. I couldn't have got anywhere close to the accomplishments that I was able to achieve without those other 8 guys behind me, Liam being one of them. He's awesome. I love Liam. It's great to see everyone. You know, I'm just truly humbled and honored to stand before you guys and be back on campus and share this experience with every one of you. And I appreciate you guys being here and supporting all the incredible athletes and future athletes that will be up here that may be in this room. So I appreciate you so much, and thank you for having me.
He used the term bulldog mentality, and I was standing over there thinking about when Stetson would pitch. That was the one word that came to mind for me as well. And most of the time he probably pitched on Friday night, but whatever night it was, if you went to the ballpark, you felt like we're going to win the game tonight. I don't know what the score is going to be, but they're probably not going to have very many runs because Stetson's pitching, and we're going to have a really good chance to win anytime he took the baseball and went out on the mound to pitch. So he was a great confidence booster for those of us in the stands. When you walked out and saw Stetson's name in the lineup, you felt like we got a pretty good chance to win tonight. Our next inductee, similar to Mislav, there's a lot of babies going on around the world. So Ellie Staker, she lives out on the West Coast and is expecting a baby here in the next couple of weeks and unable to travel to be with us. But I want to tell a little bit of a story about her, and then we'll have a video, and we'll have her acceptance speech on video as well. But Ellie was one of the most dominant cross-country and track and field athletes in the country during her time at Embry-Riddle, 2011 to 2015. She was named an All-American 18 times. She still holds 10 school records. In cross country, she left the program as the best female runner in school history. She owns 6 of the fastest times in the history of Embry-Riddle cross country, including the top 2 and 3 of the top 4. She became the program's only cross country All-American in 2013 and is our only 2-time conference runner of the year. And if you can believe it, she was even better on the track. She won the indoor national championship in the 800 meters in 2015, and she was an All-American 17 times, including both indoor and outdoor track. She won 11 individual conference championships and was named Sun Conference Track Athlete of the Year 3 different times. Her excellence in sports and academics was highlighted in 2015 when she was named the Academic All-American of the Year in track and field, the highest academic and athletic honor in that sport in the country. She was a 4-time academic All-American, a 3-time NAIA Scholar Athlete, and a 5-time academic All-Conference selection. She's a 2-time Embry-Riddle graduate, a bachelor's degree in computational mathematics, and earned her master's degree in software engineering. We'll run a video from Ellie Staker and see more about her athletic career, and then we'll hear her acceptance speech on video as well.
Ellie Staker, she was the prototype for the student, athlete, and person. As a student, she was one of the most intelligent people we ever had in our program, which was evidenced by her high GPA in both her bachelor's degree and her master's degree, which she completed while working for SpaceX. She's just one of the more intelligent, greatest students we've had. As an athlete, she was unmatched. She had 1 national championship, 18 All-Americans, 10 school records when she graduated. She was an unbelievably talented athlete, but she got there by working hard, by being one of those people that believed that if you worked harder than everybody else, you would beat everybody else. And just put in great effort and was a role model for her teammates in just the work ethic that she put in every single day. As a person, Ellie was the consummate teammate. She was the type of person who sacrificed individual achievements to help her teammates. And that was evidence in national meet after national meet where she would volunteer to run 4 events. She would run relays to help her teammates become All-Americans and sacrifice individual national championships. For that, her teammates are ever grateful, and I'm ever grateful for her as a coach because she helped us as a team to finish 4th in the country. She could have sacrificed that for one individual national championship. So Ellie was a great student, was a great athlete, was a great person. And will be forever remembered for the sacrifices she made to make our team better, to make her teammates better, and to help our team finish as high as it could at conference and national levels.
Hello, everyone. I am calling into you from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, where I moved after finishing my time at Embry-Riddle. I am so deeply honored to be part of this ceremony and to be inducted into this Hall of Fame and join many of the people that I looked up to and admired when I was an athlete here. So first, I want to thank you all for coming to this ceremony and, of course, thank the entire athletic department for putting this on. I really wish that I could be there with you. But at 8 months pregnant, the airline rules don't forbid you from flying yet, but we'd be cutting it pretty close. So as disappointed as I am also incredibly excited for this next chapter of my life. So I will try not to get too emotional about it. Actually, thanks to the wise people planning this ceremony, I can guarantee minimal crying since I have a couple tries at recording myself here. It's an honor to be recognized alongside the other inductees, but I am especially happy to be recognized alongside Nicole and Reta, who are my track teammates. They are such amazing athletes. Seeing Nicole compete at the Olympic trials was a really big source of inspiration and motivation for me working towards USA national competition in my own career. As I was thinking about the other inductees and what I really wanted to say here, I decided that I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about the team when I joined it and how that built me as a person. I absolutely adored that team. I don't think it's any coincidence that you're seeing 3 inductees from the same sport and years. We had a special combination of souls. I think we were the right combination of mischievous and dedicated to our sport to get results and also stay in high spirits. There was always someone to help you finish that last rep, someone there cheering for you when you had a new best workout, and someone there when you needed to hear it was okay not to be your best and to get a milkshake and love that version of yourself too. The love and support was absolutely essential when it came time for national championships and the onslaught and rounds and relays, which could be really exhausting alongside all of the excitement and exhilaration. And of course, I have not yet mentioned my coaches, Rosalino and Hotfi, tonight. Thank you for always being there. Good races and bad, 6 a.m. pickup for long run and 12 a.m. drop off for meets. Hotfi probably got called more names than he deserved for all the workouts we had to do. But those workouts really taught me something about myself, how far I could dig down when I needed to, and the strength that was there at the bottom. And that knowledge is crucial during competitions, but it's also something that's not left behind when you graduate or stop pursuing athletics. So thank you for that. Finally, thank you all for a chance to reflect and reminisce on these moments. I am so honored to be inducted into this Hall of Fame and really grateful for everyone who helped along the way. So thank you very much, and I hope everyone enjoys the celebration tonight.
Our final inductee to the this year's class is Reta Woodard. Reta came to Embry-Riddle in the fall of 2009. In her first season of competition, she qualified for indoor nationals and returned to Daytona Beach as an All-American in the weight throw. During the outdoor season, she was conference champion in discus, hammer, and javelin, and earned Conference Field Athlete of the Year. The following year, she qualified for indoor nationals once again and brought home the gold medal, her first national championship. But it wouldn't be her last. Reta left an indelible mark on the track and field program, graduating as a 4-time national champion, an 11-time All-American, a 9-time conference champion, and a 4-time Sun Conference Field Athlete of the Year. She still owns 4 ERAU throwing records. She earned her bachelor's degree in air traffic management with a minor in psychology in 2014 and is currently a flight operations analyst at XO Jet Aviation down in Fort Lauderdale area. Let's play the video and see a little bit more about Reta Woodard.
Rita's athletic ability was a one-of-a-kind, just to say it frankly. Her stats speak for themselves, but what stuck out most to me about Reta was her interactions with the people around her. Her fellow teammates, fellow coaching staff, you name it. No matter who she came in contact with, it was always an encouragement, always a challenge to be better, and she never allowed them to settle. And I think she had that expectation from them for her as well, as don't let me settle, which made her so successful in athletics. But in today's society, with everything that we have going on, I think that characteristic of being able to influence the people around you to be better and to challenge them to always move to a higher level of commitment is something we need more of. And I know she's going to leave this world a much better place going forward. But congratulations, Reta. You truly are one of a kind.
Rita's athletic accomplishments alone would put her in the Hall of Fame, being an 11-time All-American, a 4-time national champion, and a national meet record holder. But that is just a small part of the impact she had on our program. Reta was one of those people who completely changed our program. She taught us that it was okay to have fun at practice and still be competitive. She taught us how important it was to be a full teammate who brought groups together, from the throwers to the sprinters to the distance athletes. She helped unify the team as one. She brought an energy and enthusiasm to practice every day that was infectious and contagious and brought everyone else up. You know, I knew in competitions when Reta was dancing between her throws that something special was happening, because she was relaxed and confident. And those were times where I knew national meet records were coming about. And this energy and enthusiasm carried over into other aspects that drew people together and helped others to understand that we could have fun together, but also compete hard together. Reta will be forever indebted to you for what you have done for our program. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Reta Woodard.
Well, hello. I just can't believe I'm up here, really. This very moment, don't know what to say, even though I have it written down. I just want to say, just first and foremost, along with my other teammates and everyone else who's been inducted, it's just been quite an honor. Words really can't put it together here, but I'm highly honored to be here and a part of this elite class 2021 Hall of Fame, and just a part of the Embry-Riddle athletics as a whole, and even more specifically Embry-Riddle track and field. So just thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. First and foremost, I couldn't be here without God and the support of my family, my coaches, and my friends. And I'd just like to thank a special few people here. First and foremost, my very first coach was my mother, who couldn't be here, and she's here in spirits. Patricia Woodard, she also actually threw discus, shot put, and javelin. So I get it quite honestly. Not only did she love doing that, but she loved putting her time and ability into my ability as a thrower, including weekend practices at high school. It was just her and I out there at the field on the weekend, and I would give her a hard time, but I'm glad that she also gave me a hard time back. I will always be grateful for her. She helped me become a fierce competitor and a champion. Secondly, I'd like to thank my father, who always supported me as well, who was another athlete in the family. He was on the track side who also ran. So again, I get it quite honestly. Thank you, Dad, for all your support and encouragement, and for making sure that we put the Woodard name back out there. And I'm just happy that I can make you proud. Thirdly, I'd like to thank Coach Frank Abrams. Without him, I'd also wouldn't be standing here today. I'm one of the lucky athletes that got to train under him. Coach Frank, I'm truly honored. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for me and have continued to. Thank you for being my mentor, my coach, and my family. Thank you so much for that. Next, I'd like to thank, sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'd like to thank also my teammates and my friends here tonight, of course. Two of whom who couldn't be here tonight are also with us here in spirit, and that's Howard Walls Jr. and Bobby Thomas Jr. But Bobby's mother and his girl were able to make it, and I thank the two of you for being here. That means so much to me. And thank you to Kalina, Finzo, Brianna, Kevin, Peter, Joe, Trevor, and everyone else, and that my teammates who aren't here and that were able to make it. You guys already know you were there. Thank you so much. I wouldn't have been me, and I wouldn't have been here without you. So thank you so much for that. I next like to thank the coaches, Coach Rosalino, Coach Hoffey, for giving me the opportunity to come and throw for you that first time at practice when I also didn't know who or what Embry-Riddle was. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. It's been my pleasure. Juki, thank you so much. Another mentor, great coach and friend. You've brought me all the way through a lot, both on and off the track, and I thank you also for being there. Without you, a lot of us wouldn't be who we are as well. Lastly, I want to also say a very special thank you to a very special person that's also who here in this room. Without her, I wouldn't have had the guts to even put on a uniform in the first place. And that's my sister, my other half, Nicole Woodard. No matter how much mom and dad encouraged me to get out there and to join a sport, I never would have if it wasn't for my sister. She was the first one of us to go out there and really go out there and kick ass. And I wanted to kick ass with her. And I knew that I'd have a friend out there. So when we were in high school, I finally put on a track uniform. I finally put on a volleyball uniform. And I just want to say thank you, sis, for giving me the courage that I needed to be the competitor like you. Forever grateful for you. I just want to say and read a quote that I lived by during all my time here, and I hope all the former athletes and all the future athletes remember this as you go and continue your time here at Embry-Riddle. And that's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I live by this every day in my everyday life, and it's, do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail. And I think everyone could take a piece of that with them in your daily lives. And whatever it is that you end up doing, leave a little piece of you there. And again, congratulations to the class of 2021. I'm truly honored. Thank you all for this opportunity.
Congratulations again to all of our inductees tonight, the 4 of you that are here in person, the 2 that couldn't be with us tonight, and to all the coaches, parents, support staff, and others who have helped them along their journey. I do want to say thanks to a couple of our support staff members that are here tonight. Of course, our Hall of Fame committee that I mentioned earlier, John Mark Atkinson, who chairs the Hall of Fame committee and takes care of all the details and the logistics for all of our folks to be here. John Mark, appreciate all the work you did to get everybody here to Daytona, hotel rooms, organization, what they needed to do and be prepared for. So thank you for your work. Other support staff members back at that same table, Sharon Amick, Mary Ellen Wynn, Michael Chaffman, many others behind the scenes. Ryan Mosier is here. Allison could not be here, but our entire sports information team putting together these videos and making everything look good, sound good, and put together a first-class production tonight. I really want to thank everybody behind the scenes who did all the work to get us here tonight. So a round of applause for all those folks. Couple of housekeeping items, and then we'll wrap it up. Coach Rossellino and Coach Hopfe and a few of our cross-country runners. It's still very fresh, but earlier this morning we won a conference championship. So congratulations to our men's cross-country coaches and some of the student athletes that are here. It's about 12 hours ago, so it's one of the freshest conference championships out there. But in about a little more than 12 hours. Tomorrow afternoon, our women's soccer team's got a chance to get another conference championship. 1 o'clock tomorrow, our women's soccer team will compete against Florida Tech for the women's soccer conference tournament championship right across the street on our soccer field. So a busy weekend. I know none of our soccer players are not here tonight, but I want to wish them the best of luck. And those of you that are here for the Hall of Fame that are in town might want to stick around campus tomorrow. Be a great thing to take in, hopefully, another Embry-Riddle conference championship at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So again, to our inductees, to their families, to our coaches and support staff who have helped mold them into the great competitors and representatives of the student, person, player concept. Congratulations again. Thank you all for being here, and good luck the rest of the way. Safe travels home. Thank you.